Hi everyone, my name is Dominique Narciso and welcome to my show where I teach about success, happiness, and ways to live an authentic and adventurous life. So today I want to share with you one of the biggest things that has made an impact on my own life and the way that I live. And that is, I'm going to bust out my marker over here. Intuition. How to use your intuition to help you make better decisions. And what I mean by intuition, it's your gut feeling, it's when you are thinking about something but then your heart is telling you something else. And it's listening to this voice that has helped me make the best decisions of my life. It helped me choose the right partner. It helped me have the courage to join the Peace Corps when I was in my early 20s. It helped me decide that I wanted to be a success coach. And all of these various decisions that I have had to make in my life when I was always at a crossroads, I ended up listening to my intuition and it led me down the right path. And so let me give you an idea of something that is opposite of intuition. When I get into a place of fear and anxiety, I tend to close up and my mind becomes very narrow in terms of what's possible. So when I was, just to give you some background, when I was an entrepreneur, but then I wasn't making money, and this was before becoming a coach, I really felt this need, like I have to have a job in order to feel successful. So it's that whole thing where like, when I get this, I will feel happy or I will feel successful. And when I was going down that path where everything was kind of, once I do A, then I'll feel B, it was very forced. And so I took certain actions, I made certain decisions based on that feeling of scarcity, that feeling of, if I don't do this, I'm gonna be depressed or I'm gonna be sad. So I went down this path of becoming a professional in a certain field. And that path felt very forced. And also it felt very, what's the word? It felt very unfulfilling. I knew in my heart of hearts that making this decision, I felt like I kind of trapped myself in and it felt forced, and I also knew that it wouldn't fulfill me at the end. But I still made that decision out of fear of not having a job and wanting to do something with my time. However, when I started to listen to my own intuition and my own voice, the voice that is kind of peaceful and calming and reassuring, and it said to me, Dom, you've always wanted to help people, you've always wanted to teach people. Here are some ideas that you can start implementing in your life to actually become the person you're meant to be. And so I started, just randomly one night, I just started looking up life coaching. And this was in 2017. I started looking up life coaching and trying to figure out, was this an opportunity that I can like jump on? And not until 2018 did I make the pure jump and say like, hey, I'm really gonna get into this. And my intuition had been pointing me towards this for a very long time, but I never really thought of it as an option. And finally, when I said yes to it, all of these other things started to fall into place, almost like my life was, whatever I was thinking in my head, it was happening in front of me. But from the perspective of not just thinking and then it like pops up and it's magic, but thinking and then I start taking action, and from those actions, what I was thinking originally becomes reality. So as I'm standing before you here today, teaching on intuition with my, my phone and, my little tripod, I have to tell you that I feel like this has happened before already, like it's always meant to be. And once you get aligned with that voice inside of you that is calm, that will tell you what you need to hear, even though you don't want to hear it, the voice that tells you to take a risk, to take a chance, to step outside your comfort zone. That is your intuition. And sometimes that intuition, it's like it knows without you knowing where that knowledge, knowing is coming from. So when I met my wife, I just knew that she was the one. I just knew. And she's like, how do you know? I'm like, I just know. And I was very confident in that. Same thing with, finding my life calling, my purpose, this new thing that I'm doing. And people ask me like, Dom, how did you find your purpose? And I'm like, it was a really long process because I made a lot of decisions that were forced and that were unfulfilling. And I kept making those decisions over and over again. But my intuition kept calling me back to something greater. And it wasn't until I tuned in to this intuition, my own, pure voice, that I started to feel more congruent, that I started to feel more aligned with my life. So I want you, in the next 7 days or until the next video that I put out, I want you to be aware of that inner voice that talks to you in a very calm and quiet way and tells you to take a chance on yourself. Because that is like your soul telling you what to do. That is what you're meant to do, whatever that is. And once you start listening to it and you quiet down all the other critics in your mind, all the other negative talk, and you listen to this, your life will start to change incredibly fast because you start to trust yourself. You start to stand in your own truth and you start to do the things that you're meant to do. So I hope this gives you a little bit of background into kind of how I've made decisions in my life and how it can help you in your life. And I'd love to hear how the exercise goes. So for the next 7 days, kind of listen to the way that you're thinking or also the way that you're feeling, and tap into your intuition and write down the things that come up for you. And once you have that exercise of writing down those things, start to take action on the things that are going to make you feel more like you. So thank you again for listening, and thank you again for watching. If you liked the show, this episode, definitely please hit a like on the link below, and leave a comment. I'd love to know how what you think about this, and yeah, I look forward to next week. Bye.